Hey guys, we're back with the house in Fata Morgana. We're on the 5th door right now. And I think I'll be able to finish it today. Well, that's assuming it's not like way longer than the other doors. And that this is actually the finale. Like, well, final door rather. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, it could be, but I don't think so. I really love this game. Like, my backlog of Fata Morgana, I have like 30 episodes. With my other two games right now, I have like 2 or 3 videos of each. So like, it'd make more sense to play other games, like, you know, get my backlog up. But like, I want to play this. I haven't had that feeling in a while. Because usually, you know, I'll play a visual novel, get to that point where I'm like, I want to beat this today. So I just record it nonstop for a couple days and finish it. I think the last time I did that was Lucid 9. Once it got like near the climax, it's like, this is pretty good. But this is on a whole different level. I'm like, I love this. Last time, like, the too lewd for YouTube scene happened. It's not too lewd for YouTube because I'm uploading it though. Hopefully I don't get banned. Morning. No, afternoon. Master! Good morning. Good morning. Come on, put a little more oomph into it. Same Giselle as always. Must say, last night was something, Master. I didn't know you had that in you. Just thinking about it. Ow! Hey, that hurt. What was that for? I was struck with an insatiable urge to whack you. Whatever happened to your heartfelt desire to do whatever you can for me? I don't think hitting me counts. You're tough enough to get over a little bonk. You were so nice yesterday. Where did that go? So, would you like to explain why you're making dirty jokes first thing in the morning? Yeah, just... I shouldn't lighten the mood to hide my embarrassment. Ooh, the classic tsundere! Well, tsundere, instead of lighting the mood, you just get mad, but... Fair enough. Alright, but could you not joke about that in the future? I didn't actually do anything to you. No, I mean, you hugged her for like hours. So I mean, you didn't, sorry. You did that. Say, could I ask you something? Yes? You hardly ever use my name. Makes us feel so distant. Could you do something about that, maybe? I mean, you hardly use his name. You call it bastard. Babe? No. That is not you at all. Please just go with my name. We've graduated from a master-servant relationship to a romantic relationship. That is a bit much. Romantic relationship. Exactly. So, in honor of the new us, let's make this last. Alright, Michel? Alright. At the time, the life that had entered our life seemed unreal and fantastical. But I prayed that it would indeed last. Death flag. In hope of an equally bright future, I allowed myself to rejoice in the moment, letting the unconquered shadows that lurked in my peripheral remain unseen. Is that gonna be a scene change? Or I forget if I... Oh, are we back with the maid? Yeah. Still a bright future. I forget if I ended it in a scene change last time or not. Anyway, blackness consumes the once colorful space. Giselle still stands before me, as she did with the door, but I struggle to reconcile. Reconcile? The two scenes. They are both real. They are both her. The lively, spunky girl of the past and the lifeless girl of the present are both Giselle. As different as they seem, they are both her. Why don't we stop there? It was a wonderful story. They overcame their troubles and lived happily ever after. Is that not good enough? It could not be worse than where we are now. All we have to do then is erase the now. Throw everything away and start over from where it was better. You're able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. And that goes for more than just me. Actually, as a matter of fact, is that like Fata Morgana's version of like, without love it cannot be seen? How many times has it repeated that? Like, only a couple. Is that the first time it's repeated it, actually? I mean, it's on the Steam store page, so it's got to be important. It's like the last line, too. As a matter of fact, those words apply even better to her than me. The ending is already set in stone. It's already happened. What point is there in watching it again? All that accomplishes is making me relive it all. The ending has not been written. We're both here now, which means our end still lies ahead of us. That's a cool line. Then, can I ask you to promise not to let go of my hand, no matter what? No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. Now I understand. That was her request, even if she didn't perceive it as such. In place of a verbal response, I squeeze her hand in mine. I know where this tale is heading. To a happy ending. Burncast will say it already. Come on, this game will have a happy ending, right? Right? Towards tragedy. No! I didn't see that coming. All the other doors we visited ended in tragedy, and ours is no exception. Perhaps what's waiting at the end of this one is even more dire than I imagine. The door to our past swings open once more, behind which lies the end of me, and the beginning of her. I don't really see how the story could transition into us seeing the doors from Michel's perspective or whatever. Because I've kind of been thinking that happens, but like, why would that be necessary is the thing. And we'll probably get there. Or maybe it's my 6-door theory is true. A month has passed since the night with the rose. Really, I just have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 door theory. I mean, it'll probably be one of those. A month had passed since the night with the rose. Right on schedule, the monthly delivery arrived. But in it was a letter that would dramatically change our lives. My father, Antonin, had fallen ill and died. Presumed it was the witch's doing, but she was silent, refusing to respond to my questions. If it wasn't her, then he must have died naturally. It seemed more than a little tasteless to celebrate someone's death, but good taste and reality do not always disagree. I'm extremely relieved to hear the news. So, you mentioned the witch's doing, so does he actually believe in the witch? Because my understanding was the witch was more of a metaphor. Well, even Giselle brought that up, so maybe it's not a metaphor and the witch actually exists. I'm relieved to hear the news. At most, I think the witch is maybe like part of him, like, you know, another personality or something. I don't think the witch is its own entity. The man had raped Giselle. He had tried to have me killed. And now he is gone from this world. I've been waiting for this moment for years. His passing had another effect as well. My death could be revoked. Many years ago, my brother told me that he had succeeded our father. He had welcomed me back to the Bollinger estate, and I could be part of the family once more. Which meant that this letter signaled the end of my banishment. Oh no, this is gonna end badly. Not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, rejoicing doesn't really seem appropriate. But this means you can return home now, right? In theory. My brother is set to take control of the estate, so he should be accommodating. I'm going to write a letter, have them send us a carriage. It's much too long a distance to walk. Alright. I'm excited. What should we do first when we get back to the capital? I know, but we stop by my place. My mom and sister won't believe their eyes. This isn't gonna end well. My time in the mansion was almost at its end. What song? Oh, this reminds me of a song from Penguin Drum. That opening did. One of the endings. It's like the ending that plays like on episode 12, I think. The song has a lot of endings. The time in this mansion was almost at its end. The future I'd only vaguely envisioned was now within my reach. I'd always spoken of this moment predicated. Don't laugh. But eventually, like it was just got some kind of unattainable fantasy. I read that as predicted at first, and I was like, wait, that's not right. But now that it's practically a reality, I realized I hadn't actually given it much thought. Hey, are you still awake? I am. Had a great night for sleeping, huh? Are you thinking about your family? It all seems so surreal. Yeah, it does. This house is like a desert island, cut off from the world, which makes everything feel like a kind of fairy tale sometimes. Even what we have. From time to time, I get the feeling that nothing is real. That the outside world is just a figment of my imagination. That my entire life only ever existed within these walls. Are you nervous? Maybe I am. I always thought that when this day arrived, it'd be more cathartic, I think? Sorry. I've finally been able to take you back to the capital. Can't seem to get past my own negativity. It's only natural to be nervous. I am too. I haven't spent nearly as long as you living in this mansion. But I know how you feel, because I feel the same way. Not knowing what the future holds, it's scary. You know, I was thinking, I'd be okay with you staying. I mean, I'd love to return to the capital, and I miss my family dearly. But even if I never get to see them again, nowhere would I consider myself unhappy. I honestly think I've got a pretty wonderful life. If you're not comfortable going back to that house, you're just saying you'll endure it for me, Giselle. And there are other paths that we could take. You could live with your family. You could remain here in the mansion. Not at all, no, I want to. No matter where I go, you'll be there with me, Michel. It's true, I am nervous not knowing what the future holds. But I'm not scared something bad might happen right away. It's more of a jittery, excited anxiousness. I'm confident the two of us can overcome anything, no matter what obstacles may come our way. Together, we can create an even more wonderful future. Don't worry, Michel. The future's nothing to be afraid of. Make it sound like I'm paralyzed with fear. But you are, aren't you? Hey now, don't give me that look. Once again, she's the one pushing me forward. I'll make sure you have a good, happy life. Thank you. What? Nothing, nothing. Feeling kind of sentimental, thinking about how I've only got a little time left here. It wasn't perfect, but it's an important part of my life. Indeed. I just realized I'm an idiot. I was thinking, why? Just something I didn't notice in Door 4 that's huge foreshadowing. The white-haired girl didn't have a sprite. How did I not notice that? Say? Yes? Well, just one out. Every other character has a sprite. Like, even the narrating ones. Which, you know, sometimes a lot of visual novels don't do that. I can only think of Umineko that doesn't do that. I was about to say Higurashi, but no, Higurashi does that. Anyway. Well, I think I could handle it right now, probably. It? Use your head, you little load! I don't follow. Why could he be so dense? I mean, you know, touching and so forth. You mean like holding hands? You know, take the next step. I'm saying, feeling up for that right now. That's not proper for a woman to bring up that subject, is it? But I did kind of ask you to wait. I feel bad leading you on for so long. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lewd sheet wrestling? You're shaking. I'm just really emotional, that's all. You don't need to force yourself if you're not ready. You can wait as long as you need. So this kind of breaks my whole, you know, Michel's a girl theory. Besides, never mind. Never mind the Michel! It's in full effect! Woo! Activate the thrusters! It's fine, there's no need to rush things. You don't need to worry. Yeah. I wrote 2 letters. One to my brother, and one to my mother. One so Giselle could return, one so I could be myself. To demonstrate who I was. I had to prove that I was not cursed. For failing to do that would not only bring her grief, it might become the final crack in the identity I'd built up for myself. I had to convince her that I was neither demon nor angel, but a human man who had fallen in love with a human woman. However, I was too foolish to realize the future I had envisioned was nothing but a fantasy. Had I been able to grasp that, then maybe I could have taken her somewhere far away, where no one knew who we were. Where things might have turned out differently. Well, I mean, he already said that wouldn't work, because, you know, his appearance is too conspicuous. Or is it inconspicuous? Conspicuous, I think. It's been really foggy out lately. I'd rather it if we left when it was clear. It'd be terrible if the coachman rolled the carriage because he couldn't see where we were going. If there wasn't so much fog, I'd probably have been able to see little columns of orange evening sunlight fighting their way through the trees. The milky white mist seems to have swallowed up all the light, leaving nothing for the surrounding area. It's rather dreary weather. Wonder when they'll be here. Oh, this is called When the Axe Falls. Although they never do show up, that's okay too. I was finally able to return to the capital with Michel. To see my family again. That's wonderful. It's like a dream come true. But it wouldn't disappoint me if that didn't end up happening. I didn't care where I ended up. As long as Michel was there with me. That's all that matters. Should probably close the windows. The coach isn't likely to show up at night, I don't think. Huh? I reached my hands out to shut a window, which is when I saw something wavering beyond the heavy mist. Light? It wasn't just one. Looking closer revealed several more flickering spots. They moved up and down, slowly but rhythmically. As more and more came into view, my mind began seeing them as people carrying torches. They're coming this way? Could they be our escorts back to the capital? Oh, no. Though, what? As soon as the short-eyed thought popped in my head, something whizzed past my cheek. What was, huh? What? It was an arrow. Giselle! Ah! What? Ah. The arrow had flown through the window and pierced the opposite wall. Had Michel not knocked me out of the way? Giselle, are you okay? Ah, I'm fine. But what? What's going on? Never mind that. Right now we need to run. Huh? Wait, Michel. Now! There's no time to talk. Stay out of sight of the windows. Got it. No, they have pretty good eyesight if they can see her through the window. Well, oh, she's probably on the first floor. Okay. She grabbed my hand and broke into our run. A relentless storm of arrows shot through the windows we had worked so hard to get open a year ago. They also have pretty good aim, like being able to shoot through a window. This wasn't what we had gone through that all effort for. It wasn't what we had gone through all that effort for. That all effort. Through. Shouldn't that be all that effort for? I found a typo! I win! Haha! Who translated this? Manga Gamer? I don't know the person, but I think Manga Gamer was in charge. So, you know, Manga Gamer, I win. I beat you at your own game. Found one typo. I think there's also some incorrect semicolon usage a lot earlier, but I mean, nobody knows how to use semicolons, so it's fine. Once they open the front door, run. We have to get as far away from this house as quickly as we can. What was happening? Why did we have to run? Why are those people firing arrows at us? With a wave of questions came a wave of fear. I couldn't say anything. The sheer terror had frozen my jaw in place. Get ready! I nodded, squeezing his hand tight. I knew it would just be another obstacle to a safe escape, but I didn't want to let go of his hand. I was afraid that if I did, I'd never be able to hold it again. Don't let go of her hand. Ah! Ah! Are you alright? I'm fine. But how? There are people out front too? Dang it! Why? Several arrows were sticking out of the floor before us. Beyond the door, which Michel had managed to shut almost immediately, during a cacophony, did I say that right? Of whoosh thump, whoosh thump. We can't escape? Why? What's going on? Dang it! With a deep scowl, Michel barred the door. All the while, the arrows kept flying. The panic in the air kept growing thicker. I don't understand. How did they... only a handful of people even know about this place. I was at the village? I kind of thought his brother was like, yo, well, maybe not even his brother, his mother could have. like been like, "Yo, Michelle, you're a demon angel. Get out of here." This is all my fault. It's because I told the villagers about this place. Think a demon lives here, not a human. So they're here to tear down the house. They made weapons, bows, just for us. I don't... Ah! There's a deep rumble, and the ground before it shook. I almost fell to the floor. Trying to break down the door, it seems. Michelle, I am so sorry. This is all my fault. Because of what I did. No. What? It's not your fault, it's mine. Michelle? I challenged her. Because I did. She might make her real. What are you talking about? Michelle? Yeah. This way, run! To the observation tower so we can have a romantic scene before we die. Both of you better live. Michelle dragged me through the mansion's corridors until we reached the chamber with the stained glass window. I'm expecting Giselle to die and Michelle to live. And then something happens that reincarnation, probably involving Morgana. Whoever Morgana is. Or rather, whatever Morgana is, I think is the better way to phrase it. He dragged me to the mansion's corridors until we reached the chamber with the stained glass window. The far end of the room had a small door. Where does it lead? I'd been aware of the door's presence, but I'd never gone inside it. Something about it seemed somewhat different from the rest of the house. Wasn't sure how to describe it exactly, but it felt like shadows had taken root here. The observation tower. The tower? But if we go up there, we're putting ourselves in a corner. Doesn't matter where we go. They have us trapped. There's a chance that up there... He didn't finish that thought, however. He opened the door, leading me into the tower. His face is deathly pale. Well, it's always pretty pale, actually. Always gotta play this. We started running again, around and around the spiral staircase, making our way towards the top. Regular intervals along the wall were rectangular windows. A layer of fog still lay thick across the land. Peering out into it made me feel like we had been thrown into a dream world. If it weren't for the orange spots of torchlight surrounding the mansion. The silhouettes holding the torches. Yeah, this song's pretty cool. I think I can turn it up a little bit and we're still fine. Let's do 33. These footsteps are loud though. Silhouettes holding the torches. Is that armor? Appear to be knights. Michelle, tell me. Why do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse. It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there? Michelle's gaze was firmly directed forward as he frantically led me up the stairs. We were breathing hard, and the sound of it echoed against the tower's stone walls. Our panicked hearts were beating so hard. I was afraid they might be able to hear it outside. Eventually, we made it to the top. A pile of discarded rope lay unceremoniously at the foot of the door, presumably once used to seal it shut. The door itself was deeply weathered and rotting in places. It had obviously been left sitting in disrepair even longer than Michelle had lived here. What is this? Inside! Frigid air nipped at my skin. It wasn't a pleasant, refreshing kind of cold, but a bitter, oppressive cold. The room felt unlike any other in the mansion. This is an observation tower? You can't even... There once would have been windows allowing you to see in all directions around the mansion, but all that remains now is that tiny opening near the ceiling. If we hide out here, then there's a chance they might not find us. Ah! Sounds like they broke down the door. Don't worry. They won't find us. They have pretty good hearing. I mean, that's the front door breaking down, right? When they give up their search, then we can get out of here. I'm sure it will all turn out alright. Michelle's voice was quivering. As was his hand in mine. Michelle? We huddled together, feeling each other's warmth in our arms. My free hand clenched her shirt for dear life. I'm sorry. What? I'm to blame for this. It's my fault you're in this mess. The pain you had to experience, your being sent to this place, and what's happening now, can all be traced back to my being born. I'm so sorry. Why was he apologizing? Why did he insist this was his fault? Why wouldn't he tell me what his curse was? Why were people trying to kill us? Right? Right, those people were trying to kill us. Putting it into words like that made the fear that much more real. The arrows they fired weren't threats. They meant to kill us. Michel? With Michel trembling in my arms, I couldn't bring myself to ask those questions. What meaning would those answers even have with death lurking so close behind us? All I could do was pray. Pray that he was right, they wouldn't find us, and we'd be able to escape. However... Over here, there's a door! And stairs leading up! My hopes are shattered by the sound of voices from below. I could hear a faint clanking of armor. Our grips on each other tightened, and our trembling intensified. What is this song? Fear swelled up within the tower, making us its slaves. Giselle. We were both terrified. And who wouldn't be? Fairy tale heroes could be magically courageous in the face of overwhelming danger, but they weren't real. The fear of my impending death, drawing nearer and nearer with each passing moment, almost drove me to madness. I couldn't think clearly. My heart was having trouble keeping up. My head was a big white mess. We were supposed to return to the capital, start a new life, finally obtain our happiness. It was right there at our fingertips. Enough happiness to make up for Michel's 10 years of isolation, and enough to erase that nightmare from my memory forever. What had we done to have that taken away from us? We just loved each other and wanted a quiet life together. Nothing outrageous. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die! But what scared me the most was being separated from Michel. Hey, Michel? What are those people really doing here? What they're after is money or valuables. We can offer them everything in the mansion. We don't need any of it. They don't want us to return to the capital. We can tell them we'll stay here. They might be willing to talk it over. I don't care if I lose everything else. As long as I have you, I can survive anywhere. All that matters was that we had our lives. So long as the two of us still breathed. But... death. Death to the All-Unholy One. Death to the heretic. Death to the witch. The spell hangover is like the fog outside. There are no heretics, no witches, no unholy ones here. They'd probably never listen to us. The moment we stepped outside of this room, we'd be dead, no matter what we said. Michel, I'm alright. It's okay, Michel. I'm not scared. You're here with me after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please, hold me till it's all over. Please stay with me. Finally you speak. Michel? He wasn't looking at me though. His unfocused eyes were directed upward, not towards any particular point, but wandering aimlessly. His purplish lips appeared to move, as though he was speaking. But no sound came out. Hey, Michel? Are you alright? Come back to me, Michel. I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook, but he didn't even seem to notice. No matter how many times I called to him, he didn't look down from the emptiness above. Michel! Giselle. Finally, after far too long, his gaze slid down to meet mine. He looked defeated, exhausted, cornered all at once. I was scared too, but his fear seemed to have consumed him entirely. Please hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become of my life. Never thought I'd find anyone who truly understood me, would be happy to have my love. For that I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of hope shone down on me. Michel. You, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless, that it didn't matter if I lived or died. But now I can't stop shaking. It's perfectly normal. I'm scared of death too, but what scares me most is losing you. Michel. Should have noticed. Noticed his arms were tensing up. Noticed and stopped him. So please, allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything. I've done nothing for you. So give me one final chance. Oh. Michel! What? What are you doing? Get back in here, Michel. And there's the ropes outside so we can lock it from there. What? The door! I can't open it. I shoved on the door, trying to go after him. But it wouldn't budge even the slightest bit. How does she get out, though? Okay, they kill you, they leave. She's stuck. It was as though there had never been a door there at all. Merely a wall disguised as one. It wasn't someone holding it shut from the other side either. I pushed and I pulled with all my might, but I couldn't even eke out the tiniest crack. Michel, what did you do to the door? Come on, get back in here. I don't want to lose you either. Say something, Michel. You're out there, aren't you? Please. Please don't do anything rash. They're going to kill you if you're out there. Giselle, the witch told me. What? That she would ensure your safety. Michel, she isn't real. There is no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. Figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness. Rest assured, she does not lie. Michel! Please listen. You're a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. How long does it take them to climb these stairs? I mean, they found the door just a little while, like, at least a full minute ago. Like, how high up do these stairs go? Like, and I don't mean to ruin the moment, but... You're not to blame for how difficult your life has been. Most of the fault lies with me, and a bit of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew. What are you talking about? So, survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this. Live your life, and always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you. No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you. I don't want to let you die. Like, there it is! Death to the heretic! Death to the heretic! Death to the heretic! Get back in here, Michel. Open the door. My choice is to live without you. I'd rather... Your scars will heal. Find a nice man and have a wonderful family. Why? Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light to my world. Don't say that! But if there is a next life, hope you don't mind if I pray that we're able to meet again. That we can find each other once more in another world. Michel! Michel. It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil. Come on, Michel, open the door. You're sentenced to death. Your body will be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, when your unholy flesh will be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here? Open the door, Michel, please. Listen to me. You can hear me out, can't you? You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words? Who is it you're sentencing to death? Michel Bollinger? Or a demon child, naturally. Or a witch, perhaps. Please open the door! Why won't you open it? He isn't unholy or impure. He's a perfectly normal human. A very sweet man. Yes, I'm the witch. The witch isn't here. I'm the one you want to execute. Kill me. Execute me! Now I see, Giselle. This world. Kill him! Isn't this CG on the Steam store page? Hold on a second. I've seen this CG before. I was on Fata Morgana store page. Hold on. Give me a second. Yes, it is! That seems like a very spoiler thing to use. Well, I mean, it's not too spoilery, but at the same time, like, you know, I guess they just wanted to show one with, like, more action to it, I guess. I mean, they have the beast killing the merchant. I think that's the merchant. But, you know, that's not good enough. So many blades pierce my flesh. A sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt anyone anymore. There's an unpleasant hiss sound in the tower. Almost like I have heavy rain. It's the sound of my blood spilling onto the stone. Red. It was red. Just like anyone else's blood. It didn't flow into unnatural patterns. It didn't turn into black demonic shadows. It didn't cause anyone who touched it harm. It's just ordinary red blood. Regardless, this body was probably still cursed. It had to be. I couldn't hear Giselle's voice anymore. I hope she was safe and alive. I prayed that at least she would be protected. That the witch would keep her promise. It was getting dark. Light was quickly departing from my world. Darkness everlasting, dragging me down into its pits. I believed in you. Michel? Michel! Hey, say something. Talk to me. Hey, what's going on? What's going on here? No, this can't be happening. And possibly every thought came from beyond the door. With it, Michel fell silent. Then, intermittent squelching sounds as something slid down the door. No, this can't be. Why? Why? I pounded on the door with all my strength, but it still refused to give. The skin on my hands eventually going around, beginning to seep blood. Why? Why should Michel have to be killed? Tell me why. Take me with you. Please don't leave me behind. That man isn't a witch. He isn't cursed. I'm cursed, not him, so don't hang him. Don't humiliate him like that. Kill me instead. Please. Again and again and again, I pounded on the door. But the self-described knights on the other side seemed to not even be aware of my presence. They seemed unable to hear my cries. Their armor clanking with each step, they began to descend the staircase. With it, I could hear the sound of something being dragged slowly across the floor. No. Don't take him away. Stop. Don't take Michel away from me. I'm begging you. But my pleas were in vain. My hope was for naught. The knights took him away. Took him somewhere out of my reach. For all eternity. Don't take him away from me! Like, seriously, did they have to make them so big, though? Like, I will never stop using that joke. Even when it's highly inappropriate in a scene like this. Michel. After much too long, the door swung open all on its own. It happened so unceremoniously, it was hard to believe I had actually been trapped inside. I had no idea how much time had passed, but the chill in the air suggested it was deep into the night. And with the biting cold, there's the stench of blood. Why? Why? Michel! I never wanted this. Come on, I'm not going higher than that. My voice will kill me. You didn't understand at all, Michel. You didn't know the depth of my feeling for you. You didn't know how intensely I wanted you. And fervently I loved you. I was never going to be able to find someone else. And live happily with them. It had to be you. Thought of anyone else touching me terrified me. You just didn't understand. I don't want to live in this stupid world. The time I spent with you truly was the happiest time of my life. Now, like, ka ka ka, then Witch shows up. That's how witches laugh. It's more like, ah ha ha, .wav. I remember everything now. You died on that night. You were killed. You disappeared from this world and left me behind. That's right. I remember. I remember the pain, the agony of death, and the fear. I did indeed die that day. You refused to listen to me. Do you have any idea how it felt to feel you dying from the other side of that door? Giselle, I wanted you to take me with you. Is this what you wanted to see? My memories? The traces of my life on this earth? And there. In order to find your truth, we need more of the story. Very well then. If you want more story, I'll tell you more. What comes next is both a continuation and a brand new tale. The Maid's Tale. This is called After the Curtains Fall. When you've heard it all, I expect you to commend me for not forgetting, and a smile. We haven't completely cut through the darkness yet. An arctic wind blows past me. So this is going to be door 6, which is still door 5, wonder. At the same time, I'm gripped with that overwhelming urge to break down into tears. Perhaps this is the solitude she felt for so long. I have to face this. I have a responsibility to her to do so. I have to atone for being such a misguided fool all these many years ago, convinced that I was able to do what was best. The Moonlight Spell. Oh, the 6th door! Here we go! What year? Like, 1099 or? 1099 2 question mark. Okay. So, there's a time skip. Or maybe it's subtraction. Like you have to subtract 1099 from something. This is my tale and the maid's tale. Well, actually, I'll call it there. So, thanks for watching, everyone. There's a 6th story. I was right. It looks like we won't be replying through the first 3 doors from an alternate perspective. Well, it looks like it. Not necessarily ruling that out yet, because I've wanted that ever since like I finished like door 1. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's try. Well, I was about to say I don't think it's gonna happen. Then I was gonna say I don't think so. But you know that's what they said. So I'll be back next time with The Maid's Tale, as the scene is called. See you guys then. Bye.